Sit back and relax. It's time for Generational with Joshua and T-Mac. Let their smooth stylings rest you easy. Don't worry about your mortgage payments, your work, your children or your husband or wife, unless it's urgent, and then you should get to that. But also listen to Generational, because we have some stuff to say. But keep that other stuff in the back of your mind, if it's important. But don't have it at the front of your mind, because you need to listen to Generational right now, because it's going to rest you easy. So, just rest easy, unless you have stuff to do.
Hello everybody, welcome to Generational.
Generational, episode 14.
14 episodes under our belt. Well, 13 and a half, 13.5, 13.2.
14 for any of our Spanish listeners, Spanish and Italian listeners.
And Joshua, thank you for that soothing and erotic introduction.
I don't know what you're talking about, but thank you. Anyway, thank you very much. So, talk to me, T-Mac. What's been going on?
What's been happening with you, my man?
Man, you know what I mean. Sorry for being a week late, by the way.
Yes, apologies to our listeners. Episode 14, we actually had tried a new internet browser to record through on Spreaker, and it's
tried and failed.
Tried and failed. It was one of those big company names that really let us down.
The Gargle clone.
Gargle clone. Yeah.
Anything like that, don't worry about it.
It didn't succeed. Here we are. It's a Tuesday. We normally record on a Thursday, so
it's exciting.
We want to welcome you to our new date and time on this gloomy, rainy Melbourne afternoon.
Shitty day. I feel terrible. Are you feeling terrible right now?
I'm actually feeling fantastic. So
can I be honest with you? I was tricking you just then.
Yeah, thanks.
We are feeling
that was
the
a
same
test.
way. That was a test and you passed. Well done. Well done, T-Mac.
Josh loves to give me tests. He always testing me on my knowledge. And I hope I didn't fail you today.
Emotionally and sexually.
Now, Joshua, now I didn't tell you because I didn't want to upset you. I didn't want to get you too worked up. I know you get really stressed out if there's too many things to think about. Or
I don't want change. I don't want to do
too much
things.
to do.
It's just stuff, and then I have to get up and on my feet and like
Exactly. So I took it upon myself to actually do some market research on our listenership.
Talk to me, man. This is good. This is nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
see, this is the sort of proactive stuff that I want you to be doing. All right. This is the proactive stuff that I want you to be doing, T-Mac. Not the other stuff that you did. I don't want you to go out and scare children. I don't want you to go out there in a big white van, park out the front of a school, and yell Generational to all the kids and their parents. That freaked people out.
That got a few listeners.
It did get a few listeners. I'll give you that. All right, but you spent the night in prison. So
ironically, none of those listeners actually fall into the demographic category that showed up on the on the testing. So what I had done, I engaged the services of one of these research companies. Right, you probably all heard of it. It's not one of the bigger ones. Maybe you haven't heard of it. It's kind of a newcomer on the block. It's an independent one. Troy Morgan Research.
Okay. And Troy's in the house.
Yeah, I brought Troy Morgan in today to share the research. Essentially, I wanted to know exactly who it is that's listening to us, how we can get a bit deeper into that demographic.
Okay, he's got some stuff to say. That's interesting.
So, well, I guess on that note, I'll welcome you. Welcome, Mr. Morgan. I appreciate you coming by today. Yeah, thank you. Now, I know you highlighted two key demographic groups for our listenership. Can you just share those with us? Okay, and right, so those two, right. So 80... Oh, as well. Okay, that's the other... Oh, I gotcha. Okay. So 82% were women aged 20 to 43. Is that correct? Right.
Interesting fact.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Interesting.
that kind of would explain some of the emails we've been getting and some of the merchandise that have been sent our way. I mean, I don't know about you, but we have been getting some stuff in the mail, in the inbox.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have. We have. You've been watching that more than I have.
Lots of soiled panties.
Shut up, Troy. Yeah.
Lots of soiled panties, lots of crotchless panties, edible underwear. Mainly things of that nature, which, not all from I'm females, a married, not all from females, no. And
but I have been taking them all, just to be polite. So, just to let everyone know, anyone that's sent in soiled panties, I have been nibbling on them. So
fair enough. Okay. So Troy has just told me that the second highest demographic or listenership was actually that of primates. Primates, as in apes, monkeys, and things of that nature. And in fact, he's broken it down here. There's apparently 13% lemurs and 12% galagos. As a top listenership.
I believe that. I actually believe that. Yeah. Because we do appeal to that sort of market. I feel that we do appeal to it. Especially with Troy, our character's Troy.
That's correct.
And ourselves. I mean,
exactly.
We're very animalistic. We're very manly. We're very beast-like.
We're very hirsute.
We can grow facial hair if we wanted to.
Oh, you know hirsute.
If we wanted to.
You know the meaning of hirsute.
Well,
fair enough.
I have read the dictionary over 30 times.
I think what's ironic is that the galagos apes or monkeys are also known as bush babies.
Yeah, no, not that sort of bush baby.
Well, I mean, that's what generally you call your stalker ladies on Facebook. Is that right?
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. I have a good knowledge of my life. This crowd of ours, great knowledge of my life. So, I believe that. I actually believe that.
Yeah. So, Mr. Morgan, I want to thank you very much for coming by and sharing that knowledge with us, because I know. Yeah. And absolutely. Plug yourself there. What's the website? Okay.
.com.
So go to that website, guys, and find out how you can also get some. It's really good background knowledge. You're not always going to be able to access that, especially through your own surveying and things like that. So Troy Morgan, thanks very much.
I'm thinking. Well, what was our percentage for women? What was our percentage?
That percentage was 82% women aged 20 to 43.
82% women.
82% women listeners for us, yeah.
I really think we can get that up to 90. I think we need to get some female merchandise going on. I don't know, like some generational themed, sanitary pads, things that they would be interested in. Maybe a handbook. Maybe a handbook. How about this? Oasis Active. All right, Oasis Active is all about people getting together to have sex.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
Handbook.com, only handies.
Only handies. That's a great idea.
What do you think?
That's a great idea. Show us your nude palms. So instead of a face, it's handbook. You got nude pictures palms. Of the palms. Nude palms.
Oh, show us your nude palms. That's handbook, man.
That is handbook. Go there. What is it? For people that need a hand.
Yeah,
really, a hand. Job well done.
It's so marketable that it's blowing my mind right now. But it won't be blowing my mind when it gets started. It will be giving me a hand job.
Yeah, it won't be blowing anything. Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's great. And it's for those people that maybe they're a little bit, they're not, they're a little bit risque. They want to get out there. They want to do some naughty stuff, but they're not 100% into the whole 100%.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They just want to give a handy.
They don't want to share the disease. They want to kind of keep to themselves, because they can even actually look the other way, read an ebook, read the newspaper, whatever.
Yeah,
give it a handy. But the nice thing is about handbook is actually you can have close-ups. You can give three-dimensional views of the hand. You can give pH balance of the skin, softness, roughness, skin tone.
Do you use moisturizer? Like how well do you take care of your hands?
Some people prefer a hand that has nail polish on it as opposed to one that doesn't.
Yeah.
Clipped nails, long nails, designer nails, all sorts of things. Handbook is
but naturally, in that way, we're not actually excluding anyone, because some people might be into some dirty stuff. Some people might want to be with that guy that bites his nails, that doesn't clean his hands after he works with the car. You know what I mean?
And that's true. And the people that are in the dirty things can just cross over to Bang Book, because there's going to be a link there. Because Bang Book is also another one that's that's just about going there, getting a big bang, moving with it. You know what I'm saying?
So I think that'll bring that 82% of listeners female all the way up to 90, possibly
I think
even
so.
92, 93. What do you think?
And hopefully that'll take our primate count down a bit, because we don't really want primates participating in handbook per se. I mean, if you look at a primate hand, it's nice. It's pink. It's bulbous. But you turn it over and it's not an attractive sight.
Yeah, there's a little bit going on there.
Yeah, it's a bit too hairy there. And I think wherever the hand's going to be, there's going to be enough hair in that area as is.
Well, luckily, as we've learnt from science, primates are not into handies. Got a little bit of a quiz for you, Mr. Timothy McDonald.
Okay.
A little bit of a quiz.
Thank you, Mr. Joshua Giuliani, for using...
Mr. Timothy McDonald.
Joshua Antonio Giuliani.
I'm thinking every now and then I'll just bust into Italian just so that like our European listeners, or specifically our Italians...
And I'll speak Espanol.
Yeah, you can speak Espanol. So I am going to do a quiz for all of you in Italy there. So
Banzi, bring in Banzi.
I'm bringing it at the back, yes, get the party.
I will send the Banzi after you.
So Bond, Skyfall. Alright, Skyfall came out last week. Are you excited by Bond? Are you excited by Skyfall?
Absolutely not.
Do you like Daniel Craig as Bond?
I didn't even know he existed, nor I think I've seen his face on the telly.
No one
Thanks, guys. Thanks, yeah, I know the telly.
You hip slapper, you.
I'm just trying to fit in, aren't I?
No, so this is what I thought. I'll do a little bit of a quiz for you. So
Okay.
You were born in 1967. Okay?
Yes.
Bond was around then still.
He was, indeed.
He's been around for a while. So I thought, through your childhood, do you remember the Bonds of your time? Do you remember the Bonds of your time? And herein lies my quiz. Can you remember the Bond from when you were a kid? T-Mac, if you don't get this right, I'm going to steal all your socks. So, here we go.
Okay.
And as you heard from the intro theme, your socks are on the line.
Ah, fuck.
With this one.
Yeah.
I know how much you like your socks.
I do love my socks. Right now I've got some Argyle socks on.
I know.
And they're made out of lamb's wool, and I've used them for many purposes, aside from my feet.
Wow. I wish I knew what that meant.
I don't either.
Okay, so here we go. So the first James Bond movie that I want you to guess the Bond actor from is You Only Live Twice, which was the year that you were born, 1967.
Okay. Bond started in the 60s, and the first Bond was Sean Connery, so I'd have to say Sean Connery.
Sean Connery is correct. You got Sean Connery. So the first one, You Only Live Twice, 1967, was Sean Connery. Looking dashing in those days.
Can I tell you, I've never actually heard of You Only Live Twice? I've never seen it either.
Is that right?
Does that have Ursula Andress in it?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I found this on Wikipedia.com.
Yeah, because you would have no recollection of this whatsoever.
I don't know what James Band was.
Post-2005 or something.
Yeah. I heard this James Band thing was a great thing. So.
No, yeah, they play banjo.
The Spy Who Loved Me, which was in 1977. You were 10 years at this age.
Definitely remember this one. This is when I was actually in my Bond years. Okay, I did go to Bond movies back then, and that would be Roger Moore.
That is Roger Moore. That is correct.
Did he have a toupee, by the way? That hair was very Donald Trump.
It was very toupee-ish.
Very toupee-ish.
It was. But it still got me through puberty. So here we go. The third one, Octopussy, which came out in 1993.
Fantastic bloody title. How did they get that through the censors?
Octopussy.
Did they have to say it was some kind of marine cats or something? Honestly, how did they get that through the censors?
And how is there 8 of them as well? That is fantastic. 8 of anything is amazing. Octopussy.
8? Wow.
8 pussies.
I never thought of it that way.
That's fantastic.
That is brilliant.
I am into that one.
That would also be a Roger Moore, I believe.
That was indeed Roger Moore.
Okay.
So I'm just I'm trying to set you up. I'm doing milestones in your life. All right.
So then I was 10 years old.
So 10 years old for The Spy Who Loved Me. You were 16 at the point of Octopussy. So at that point you were. I
think I was into my own Octopussies.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean.
Surprisingly, I remember that. Yeah.
You were active. You were sexually active with yourself.
Handbook wasn't around, but it was preliminary days for Handbook.
It was preliminary days for Handbook.
There was no one but me.
You had your own profile. And you searched your profile a lot.
A lot. It was a lot of hands-on research. Let's put it that way.
Let's just say you bookmarked your profile in Handbook, handbook.com. So the fourth one is from when you were 20 years old. So you're growing up a little bit. You're maturing.
And probably not. Yes. Okay.
So you probably had a little bit of facial hair. You would have had sex by this stage.
Yep.
Okay. So here it is. The Living Daylights, 1987.
Oh God.
Timothy, go.
Never heard of it. I'll have to say Pierce Bronson.
Pierce